pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the September 23rd City Council meeting. This is a work session to go over items on the agenda that will be voted on Thursday. Clerk?
Mayor's up. Council has nothing.
Good evening, Council.
Good evening, Mayor. Hello, Mayor.
Okay, before I get started, Chairman Brooks, I'd like to just say, make an announcement that this Saturday at 11 o'clock, we'll be doing a ribbon cutting for the new Bog Park. When I say the new Bog Park, it's a total renovation of the Bog Park, and it's going to include a very nice addition of a all-inclusive special needs playground. And then also we're going to be opening up, Kathy, for your pleasure, 6 brand new pickleball courts. There's enhanced parking and also more parking for special needs. It's really a beautiful park. So I invite everyone, council and everyone else here, Saturday at 11 a.m. Hope to see you there. We'll have free ice cream for those of you that stay on it. You don't need ice cream. Anyway, okay. May I start? Yes. Okay. Acknowledging the requirements of Section 322 of Disastrous Mitigation, DMA 2000, to have an approved hazard mitigation plan as a prerequisite to receiving post-disaster hazard mitigation grant program funds. Okay. Secondly, designating Mayor George C. Brown and Tony Thomas, City Controller, officials to execute all documents and agreements between the City of Wilkes-Barre, the Commonwealth Financing Authority, to facilitate and assist in obtaining Luzerne County Local Share Assessment Grant of $367,472 to be used for the City of Wilkes-Barre's Fire Department Emergency Medical Services Ambulance Purchase Project. The funding will be used to purchase a new advanced life support ambulance if the application is approved. Chief Delaney is here in case you would have any questions regarding the purchase of the new ambulance. Could someone ask the chief just something, please? The man took time out of his day.
All right, I will.
What make is it? I mean, what color is it?
What size engine are you looking at?
I'm going to go with it's red.
How many wheels does it have? I mean, ask the man something.
Is this ambulance any different than the ones we currently have? It seems to be a little bit more, or are they just going up in cost, Chief?
Great question, Bill.
I know you wanted to come up and talk.
Not really. We have post-COVID pricing and pre-COVID pricing. So an ambulance is about $100,000 more.
Jesus.
It's kind of in line with the cost of the last one. And I would just say the ambulance we intend to replace is 2018 with 97,000 miles on it. But you can't just look at the miles. These ambulances just idle, for long periods of time at the hospitals, in the street. And this part, we try to replace one every 2 years. We make about 8,000 calls a year with them. They're used really, really hard. They save a lot of lives. So I'm just trying to stay proactive and not reactive. You don't want an ambulance to break down with a sick or a traumatized patient. So Mayor's worked well with us to keep our fleet in really good shape, and we'd just like to continue to do that.
Thank
Do
you,
we
Chief.
sell the old ambulance? Do we trade in the old?
We trade in the old ambulance. Yeah, we have 4. 2 are in service 24/7. And then we have 2 backups that are fully stocked and ready to go, like on the 4th of July or special event coverage. So we have the capabilities of having 4 on the road if we have to.
Thank you.
Chief, in the past, I know we've bought chassis and put the boxes, switched the boxes on. Is this a complete ambulance, I would assume?
It is, Councilman. We tried that years ago to just purchase a chassis and put the box on the back.
Right.
but these doors, on the box were open and closed, open and closed. It just, we found getting the new ambulance complete with the warranty, then for several years, we don't have to worry about the mechanical costs associated with them. So in the long run, I think it's more inexpensive to purchase a new one and not just re-chassis an old one.
Okay.
And Chief, all the new ambulances have the hydraulic gurneys, correct?
Yet, that's a really valid point. That these systems are about $80,000 part of the ambulance purchase, but economically, we try to save back injuries. So actually, the stretcher that goes into the back, it's mechanized and it's hydraulic, and they press a button and it lifts the litter up and down, and it actually sets the front part on the back of the ambulance. So we save back injuries using this high technology equipment today, but that's a valid point, Mayor. Yes, all ambulances have them. And that's one of the reasons why the cost is a bit higher, because we value our employees, our firefighters and paramedics.
Chief, there were 4 very good questions, weren't there?
Excellent, Mayor. Excellent questions.
Thank you for adding to that. All right. Designated Mayor George C. Brown and Tony Thomas as City Controller as the officials to execute all documents and agreements between the City of Wilkes-Barre Commonwealth Financing Authority to facilitate, assist in obtaining a Luzerne County local share assessment grant of, thank you, Chief, $476,045 to be used for the King's College Safety and Security Project Phase 3. If you have any questions, I do see a representation from King's College. If anyone would like to ask a question.
Yeah, what's entailed in that Phase 3?
Phase 3. Oh, come on up.
Good afternoon. My name's Tom Butchko from King's College, so I appreciate the opportunity to answer any questions you folks may have on that. So this scope of work is actually sort of a carryover from an original request that we had for a Phase 1 grant, that there were 44 cameras that were included in that particular grant around the perimeter of campus. That grant application went in for $600,000, but was only approved at $200,000. So we were unable to do those first 44 cameras on the perimeter edges.
Right.
So this is just a revisit of that to see if we can go back and do those original cameras that we had listed. In addition to that, there will also be 30 security cameras that would be installed that our security folks have the capability to monitor 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, that capture the campus and the activities that are taking place there as well.
Oh, that's great.
So.
Now, are you installing those, we've seen at Wilkes College, the stations, with the blue, I think they're the blue light stations? Do we have them next
Yes,
week?
sir, we do. We actually had approval on the first phase, so there'll be 5 of those emergency blue light stations going on the campus as well. There is a second application for a grant in for Phase 2 that also had an additional 5 of those emergency security phones on the campus property.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Designated Mayor George C. Brown, Tony Thomas, Controller as the officials to execute all documents and agreements between the City of Wilkes-Barre, Commonwealth Financing Authority, facilitate and assist in obtaining local share assessment grant for $185,000 to be used for the Wyman Valley Challenger baseball field lighting project. Larry, you want to? Anyone has any questions? Mr. Larry Wilson.
Good evening.
Lighting throughout the park, or is this lighting for when they're playing?
This would be strictly for the field.
Is Challenger Baseball the only ones that play there?
Yes. Yep. We're there.
And what do you have, like a games Saturday morning?
We're there. No, we're there 4 days a week. We're there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and also on Saturday.
Having games?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow,
Yeah,
good.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Adding the lighting is kind of like a twofold situation for us. Our numbers have exploded over the years. We expect them to expand even more this year. Last year, we were up to 138 kids. 138 kids, we have 3 divisions, minor, major, and senior, with only 6 teams. So you can imagine the size of those rosters and the amount of time it's taking games. Kids are leaving early and stuff like that because the games are 2.5 hours long. By adding lighting, we can reduce the number of kids on a roster, create more teams, be able to have possibly 2 nights a game when needed. 5:45 start, 7 o'clock start. Also, the second part of that is there is a District 1631 and a Little League policy that when there is an extreme heat advisory or warning issued, that if it's an advisory, we have to move our start times back to between 7 and 8 p.m. We can't do that. We end up with a bunch of games canceled. With the lighting, that'll enable us to do that. So that's the
So you're affiliated with,
Little League International, District 1631. Yeah, we are chartered. We are chartered through Little League International. We are our own league. To kind of explain it, so normally Challenger Baseball is a division of a league. So, Wilkes-Barre City should have a Challenger division. Pittston Township should have a Challenger division. Hanover should have a Challenger division. They don't. What I did in 2016 was we were originally a part of Pittston Township Little League as their Challenger division. Seeing the possibility of growth, within that division, reached out to the district. They advised me to apply for a charter through Little League International. In 2016, we were granted our own charter as our own league, and we offer strictly Challenger Division baseball. We offer the Little League division and the senior division, and we have it separated into minor, major, and seniors. Our age ranges from 4, and believe it or not, our oldest participant this year was 78.
No, that's great.
wow.
I was happy to see you at the Little League World Series.
This year, yes,
was
we were
fantastic.
invited. We were invited to play at the Little League World Series in the Little League Challenger exhibition this year, which was a fantastic event. Those kids were treated like royalty down there. It was awesome. A lot of smiles created.
With 185 players. That's bigger-
138 last year. Yep.
That's as big as girls softball, which
Yes.
is huge in our
Yes.
city.
Mhm.
And maybe the boys combined.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of attendance. I mean, the girls are way better than the boys as far as the girls softball.
Yeah. Yep.
And the mayor as well.
Yeah.
Pretty active with the girls softball.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, last year, our senior division, we had 30 members on one team, 29 members on the other team.
Wow.
You can imagine how long those games took, that
Yeah.
senior division. Little League division was 21 and 20, and our minor league division was 18 and 18. And like I said, this year, we with the exposure that we've received with the Little League World Series, we just
Took off.
the numbers are going to go up again. And every year after the season started, there was probably a dozen to 15 registrations that we turned down because they were coming to us, in May and June after we had already started for the year. So, I know we're going to pick them up. Plus,
When do you shut it down? Like, do you have a October?
Do we have-
November? When do you shut it down for the?
for the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we run from the first Saturday in May to the first Saturday in August.
Okay, so the season's over.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good.
So.
Any other questions? Right.
No, it's just a great way to give more kids some opportunities.
Great thing.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, is with the numbers that we have, with having to reduce the sizes of the rosters, creating more teams, so we don't have to say, okay, guess what, we got to shut it down at 140 kids. I'm sorry, but, hopefully it doesn't come to that. So,
Great,
All right.
thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
for-
Thank you.
The Challenger baseball players at the ribbon cutting, correct?
Oh, yeah, there'll be a lot of them there. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, got that word out for you.
Great.
If you haven't been to a Challenger game, I suggest you go. It really, you feel so great watching these folks, and that's one reason why we want to concentrate on the playground at the block where Challenger's home is. So a lot of those folks will be using it. They'll be using the playground. Okay, we'll continue. Designated Mayor George Brown, Tony Thomas, City Controller. Officials to execute all documents and agreements, the City of Wilkes-Barre and the Commonwealth Financing Agent Authority to facilitate and assist in obtaining local share account. The amount is $346,500 to be used for City of Wilkes-Barre backup generator project for the Cole Street complex to provide power to the facility in the event of a power outage, if applicable.
Any questions?
Mayor, that's our backup command center, correct?
That's exactly right.
So this is why it's so important.
Our emergency command center, Councilman, in case, I just promoted you to Congressman, Councilman. Yeah.
Quick like that.
In case there's something that happens with City Hall, we can go there and actually, we can run all of City Hall departments set up for the computers. But also, there's another tenant that's up in that building on the second floor, so the generator will service both. But what we want to do...
Especially important because we might need that in the event of
Exactly.
a large power failure.
That's our emergency comm center, Bill, and it's necessary that we do that.
Thank you.
Okay, can I move on?
Yes?
Okay. Designating Mayor George C. Brown, Tony Thomas, Controller, to execute all documents and agreements between the City of Wilkes-Barre and Commonwealth Financing Authority and facilitate, assist in obtaining local share grant in the amount of $300,250 to be used for CV Limited's Penn Plaza revitalization project. Funding will be used to install updated sliding door entryways, energy-efficient HVAC systems, new flooring at the plaza facility located on South Main and Hazel Streets. Also, exterior improvements will replace deteriorating sidewalks to improve safety and accessibility, along with removing aging trees. These improvements will beautify a busy section of the city and enhance pedestrian access.
After the removing of the trees, will there be new trees planted?
Mayor.
Somebody's here.
Mayor.
Oh, he's here to speak.
Ryan Pippin.
How you doing?
Nice to see you, Mayor.
You
Hi,
can answer
folks.
that question.
Yes, the plan is for beautification afterward. It's to first phase to take out the trees and then to replace with new streetscaping.
Very good. Nice to see you, Ryan. Haven't seen you in
Likewise,
years.
very nice to see you, absolutely.
Are you the owner of the property?
I am not. I work with Dr. Musto, who is the owner of the property.
And do you know how long they've owned the property?
I don't know. I know it's quite some time. I think it's upwards of 20 years, I believe.
Any other questions? Very good. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you all. Thanks, Mayor.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I didn't come say that.
Okay, and the last one, designating Mayor George C. Brown, Tony Thomas, Controller, as the officials to execute all documents and agreements between the City of Wilkes-Barre and the Commonwealth Financing Authority, facilitate and assist in obtaining Luzerne County Local Share Assessment Grant and $10,000 to be used for the Wyoming Valley Alcohol and Drug Services Computer Purchase Project. Funding will be used to purchase 12 computers that are Windows 11 compliant.
Pretty self-explanatory. Any questions on that one?
These are just computers that they use to find jobs, do all of, or are these just your computers?
This would be for our employees. Yeah, so we basically, as we all know, in 2025, rely heavily on technology, especially in the social services world for record keeping, treatment planning, that type of thing. We do drug and alcohol treatment. We just opened mental health just in December of last year. We also do prevention education in the schools. So every one of our employees is in need of an updated computer. Obviously as a nonprofit, we struggle with that. So any help would be well appreciated.
Now, do you get reimbursement to hand in the old computers?
No, we don't.
No, you don't?
Nothing. No, we basically, remove the.
Yeah, they're
memory
only
and-
good for a couple of years. Yeah, I get you.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
So they're supposed to have to be Windows 11th compliant?
That is correct.
Is that a security thing?
Yes, so Windows 10 is supposed to lose support starting next month. Those computers we're requesting are not Windows 11 compliant, which means they cannot be upgraded to Windows 11. So therefore, that does become a security issue, especially when we're dealing with, patient records, that type of sensitive information. Great question.
Makes sense.
You're up on North Main Street?
That is correct. We've been there since 1994. We've been open since 1973. We've been on North Main since 1994.
Got it. Very good. Any other questions? All right, seeing none, thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Council, anything else? Council presentations? Councilman Belusco?
I talked to Tim after our last meeting. Where do we stand as far as the electric bike/scooter ordinance that we're looking at. Tim had told me that right now it looks like the only thing we could do is limit them away from the downtown area in the Diamond City Partnership area, if you will. But can't we question, maybe Maureen, if she's up on it, can't we keep them off the sidewalks and make them go onto the street, and then it would be a police issue? And that would be very helpful if we can get them off the sidewalks. And if they're on the street, then they become part of police coverage, if you will.
So I've been looking into that, and Tim and I actually did talk. There are already a lot of rules in place by the state. So like the scooters are not supposed to be on, they're supposed to be on private property only. So I see a lot of that already, it's probably an enforcement issue. Same thing, any that have a gas motor or an electric motor that go over a certain speed are not supposed to be on the road. So there's already, the state already regulated a lot of that for us. It's just some of those that are on that outlier kind of thing. But I talked to Tim as well, he said about we could restrict them in the downtown, but we can't restrict them completely.
Yeah, that's really not worth it.
And they're not supposed to be on the sidewalk, they're supposed to follow the same rules as a driver.
Right. But you said the ones that go faster are not allowed anywhere? Okay. And the ones that are slower, if you will, private property?
So, you know, like the electric scooters, they are not allowed on public property.
Public property, so the
Correct.
streets,
Correct.
sidewalks.
Yes. So there's a lot of, there's like a whole list of them, and I can, you know what, I'll email it to you.
Okay.
And it'll show you what can do what and what regulations are already in place for that.
There's under.
So that might
This is
help.
under state law.
Yes.
Can we tweak it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know, it's probably going to come down to a lot of the enforcement of, and what we're going to do with them. I mean.
As council, we need to
Right.
come up with an
Because
ordinance, absolutely.
The state doesn't tell you what to do about it, it just tells you what they can or can't do with it. So that's something we could probably work on.
But I think your point is very good, because I know we can't supersede state law, but we can do, and they will allow us to do that, is in business districts to
Yep.
regulate where they can be
Yeah.
used, especially your point being on sidewalks. They do not belong on a sidewalk in a business.
Right, and we could decide if we want
25
to
miles
restrict
an
them
hour.
completely in the business district, or if we want to just limit where they can go in the business.
I think if they're on the road, they're not as much of a hazard as they are to a pedestrian, obviously, if they're on the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
just,
I'll send you
all I
the
really
state
want is off the
sign,
sidewalk.
and it'll tell you what can do, and then we can go from there if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Councilman Barrett?
I saw something, Mayor, about flu shots. Our health department's giving them out again this year and going into neighborhoods. Will we be having a schedule on that, or is that, or did I miss it? Maybe there already is a schedule on flu shots in neighborhoods. I missed it?
Yep.
Maybe fill me in on it.
Well, it's, you posted
As far as going into the neighborhoods with
It
the,
might be on the Facebook.
It's on city's Facebook.
it is on the
page.
Facebook page? Okay, all right, great.
Did you say recycling like computer products?
No, no. this is
No, flu shots.
Flu shots.
Oh, I was thinking of something else in my head.
All right, I will check on that. Thank you. A lot of time.
Cycle flu shots.
It's that time of the year already, flu shots. They've already started giving them out apparently, or they will be shortly. Okay, great. The other thing we had talked about the bog and the parks and everything, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful, but I worry about the security of the facilities and cameras. I know we talked about cameras, and Jim is a big proponent of them as well, from King's College. I just realize the importance of them, and I'm just hoping that we're doing everything we can with these facilities. And God forbid, I'd never want to see anything happen to them that would damage the parks. They're beautiful, the Challenger Field and everything else, so I'm not quite sure what's in place, and I don't think this is the place to get into that, but maybe we can just make sure that we're as tight as we can be with those facilities, because we certainly don't want anything to happen to those, and I think cameras are a great deterrent to that, and let alone should something occur. Okay. Mayor, I think, wants to speak on that.
We have some cameras.
Yeah, Councilman, we do have cameras installed to the point where during the process of putting the park together, we've actually seen people that have been trying to do some damage, and we've arrested some. So we're at the point where it can actually be put onto our phones. And we actually see that. There's a gentleman named Donnie Evans. Most of you know Donnie. He was instrumental in installing the cameras for us at no cost to the city. And it goes right to the phones where he alerts me immediately. And the last time we had 4 people there that were doing some things they shouldn't be doing because it's not open yet. And police arrived in time to actually
Great.
engage them. So, yeah, we do have cameras, Bill, right now.
I didn't want to get into the details, but I'm glad to hear that we are being proactive with the cameras.
And I'd like to thank Donnie Evans for doing that. He did a great job.
It's good to hear. Thank you, Mayor.
Good.
That's it. Thank you.
Councilman Marin.
380, I just got a call, 382 East Northampton Street. There was an old bar there. It's brown, and it used to be called Annie's, I believe, but it's overgrown with, I've heard there's homeless people living in there. I haven't witnessed it, and there's also some overgrown vines that's actually covering the building, if we can get a look at that.
The number, I'm sorry.
382 East Northampton?
382?
Yes. And yeah, that's all I have.
Councilwoman McClay.
Only three. I know, and 2 of them are right next to each other, so it's perfect. 119 and 121 Wyoming Street. That is an empty house that they haven't cut the grass, it looks like probably all summer. It does have post-it, no trespassing and all that, so I don't really know what's going on there. 123 and 125 Wyoming Street, people are living there, but they haven't cut the grass either. And there's garbage on the side of the house. And then my last one is on Oakley and North Washington. There is a curio cabinet and a carpet that's been leaning against the pole for about a week now. Yeah, that's
O-A-K.
O-A-K-L-E-Y. That's it.
Tony was there.
Stuff on the sidewalk.
It's, yeah, against the pole.
Thank you. And I have two things. One's actually in your district. I got photographs for dumping underneath the Washington Street Bridge.
No.
No, so I'll forward them to you, Charlie, a bunch of photos of there. And then I had a question from Linda Ross about Charles Street Park, if there's any plans for Charles Street Park in the future?
There's nothing right now we have plans.
Right, I know
We're putting
you,
a lot of our efforts into the bog. And there are certain qualifications for using some of our funding, okay, for the parks, you know, low body income, things like that. So some parks don't qualify, some do. But we're finished with the bog now. So what we do is, there's 18 parks in the city of Wilkes-Barre. And, you know, we can't do them all, but we do one at a time the best we can.
That's right.
As funding's, I know, Kathy, I'm not stupid from
I'm just listening.
Kathy, ankle pain. But anyway, you know, we take as we can. What I'd love to do is be able to take all 18 parks and have at least 1 or 2 pieces of special playground equipment, ADA compliant in every park,
Okay.
so that they can do that. We did that up in one of your parks up in your area, Tony. So the plan would be to try and get that done, but I can't tell you when.
no, that's fine. I'll pass it on to her. You know Linda
I know
Ross
her well.
and Tom O'Neill. Yeah, they were, so, very good. All right, any other things we go to the order?
Yeah, I have one thing.
Yes.
Mayor, I noticed that we got an email that you're looking for home run hitters for the city versus the county. I'd like to sponsor Bill Barrett. I'd let him wear my
want me?
shirt.
It's very nice of you, my friend, I appreciate that, but I respectfully decline that.
Mike, you're right. We have a contest. Last year, we had a home run contest.
Yeah.
And it was the city employees against the county employees. And I'm happy to say, I believe the score was 8-2 in favor of the city. One of our DPW guys hit 6 of the 8 home runs. And yes, we signed him up already.
All right.
Instead of a home run derby, it's going to be a baseball game between the city and the county. So it's open to city employees and county employees. I have a trophy in my office. You know, I'd love to have you come up and see my beautiful trophy, and it's going to stay there for next year too. And Ramilda, the county manager, and I had a bet last year that if I'm a Phillies fan, she's a Yankee fan. So if the city won, she would have to wear a Phillies uniform to work. And if the county won, I'd have to wear a Yankees uniform. Well, I'm happy to say, city won. She had to wear a Phillies uniform to work. The same bet this year, so we're engaging anyone with, like Bill, with a lot of baseball skills.
All right, no, he won't play, but Water Boy, come on.
But anyway,
No,
yeah,
there's a few
what we
better.
do is we do it around the Babe Ruth home run, the anniversary of Babe Ruth hitting the longest home run we feel in history, that we designate that, and then the proceeds go to a designated charity, whatever we collect from there. But yeah, there is going to be a great game coming up, and I'm coach. I won't be playing.
Dan right there.
Dan,
He's the one.
Dan's our man.
did you play last year?
I did not, but I did get you the home run hitter.
Yes, you did.
I
But
signed
your-
him up, so.
There you go.
Your son did play,
He did play.
yes.
He was not the hitter, though.
I heard Tony played too.
Oh, yeah,
I
Tony
played.
played, yep.
Tony hit the ball.
I did hit the ball. It didn't go anywhere, but I did hit it.
Same here.
All right, everyone, we'll see you on Thursday at 6. Thank you.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
What field do they play that game?
I don't know, not me,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Hey, see you guys.
See you guys, hey Jason, thank you.
That's a good idea with those, I hate those electric.
Oh, God.
Those